Hi friends, I am Dr. Krishna Kumari. Welcome to Sparsh Homoeopathy. Today our topic is Apis Mellifica. It is prepared from APM virus. It is not related to virus or bacteria but meant as poison of honeybee. Come under the class Insecta, family Apidae, and zoological name is Apis Mellifica. Other medicines from Insecta are Formica rufa and Sparsh. Parts used, live bees are used for the preparation of medicine. The medicines was first introduced by Dr. Humphrey of New York in 1852. He made by live bees are put into a bottle and shaken violently. Upon it, he poured 5 times its weight of alcohol. And after saturation and shaking, the tincture is poured and strained. However, Dr. Herring is of the opinion that it is foolish to take the whole bee with all foreign bodies and impurities which color the tincture. He suggests to take the pure poison, which is to be obtained by grasping the bee with a small forceps and collecting the minute drops of poison suspended from the poison point of the sting, and it is collected in a vial or watch glass. Apis has an action on cellular tissues, eyes, forceps, ovaries, face, etc. And it has an action on skin, mucous membrane, serous membrane. And here it produces rapid swelling, redness, burning, and stinging pain, followed by edema and dropsy. It mainly acts on outer parts such as skin and serous membrane. That is the covering of internal organs. Accumulation of fluid on various cavities of the body, serous effusion as hydrocephalus, hydrothorax, hydropericardium, ascites, and sometimes generalized edema, it is called anasarca. Erysipelatous inflammation, urticaria, and there can be inflammation of kidney, bladder, and other parenchymatous tissues. There can be gangrenous degeneration. It has an action on nerve, blood, respiratory organs, and it mainly affects on right side of the body. Then there's an action on glands also. Doctor's signature of Apis is very characteristic. Honeybee have 3 parts. It has a head, thorax, and abdomen. In between thorax and abdomen, there is a constriction. In Apis, there is a constrictive feeling between thorax and abdomen or in the affected part of the body. And these bees living in groups. And the beehive contains queen, males called drones, and servants. They live together in their hives and collecting nectar from flowers and mixing it with the saliva, that means the enzymes of the honeybee, and make it into honey and making their home very sweet. Apis cannot live alone and wants to live in groups with family members. They are very protective of their hives. Apis persons are intensely loyal to their family members and friends. If we throw a stone to their hive or anything threaten their security, they react with much violence. They are quick-tempered, which may burst out as a stick. They are very anxious about their family. They are very reserved persons. Their sadness will not share with others. But they are not egoistic or haughty. They have large compound eyes. This shows that the people are mentally sharp and notice everything around them. And they are very intelligent also. Large eyes show suspiciousness nature also. Among the female bees, the strong one, because of jealousy, defeat the other female members or kill them. Opposing one become the queen. It shows that an increased ambition, competitive nature, and domineering character. Increased sexual desire found in Apis. The queen mate with around 20 drones or males in a single flight. It is very hard to please the female. If mature drone successfully mate with the queen, he will die soon after because of his abdominal tissues ripped off from his body during mating process. So they will become widows. It is very difficult to satisfy the females. The drones who can't satisfy the queen is thrown out of the hive. These are very busy and industrious or hardworking in nature. They are always flying, beating their wings, showing restlessness or fidgetiness. If we spray water to them, they flew off, showing thirstlessness. Touching on the hive also, they are very sensitive and the bees fly off. They are very sensitive to touch and pressure. While collecting honey, the stamen adhered to the body surface of the honeybees fall off, showing the awkwardness, and falling off is also an indication of abortion. And the remedy is an important one for sterility. Bees produces honey and wax. there is a waxy appearance of the skin found in the Apis persons. The central part of the hive is very hot and peripheral part is cold. In Apis persons, we can see an unequal distribution of the temperature. Apis is adapted to squamous constitution, that means tubercular with enlargement of glands, and the glands become indurated also. Squirrous or open cancer, and there can be cancer of tongue. Any disease characterized by swelling or stinging pain, the Apis is indicated. And there is a tendency to gangrene formation also. Women, especially widows, women and children who are generally careful, become awkward and fall things while handling them. Pale, waxy appearance of the skin. Then complaints can occur from grief, rage, that means violent, uncontrollable anger. Then vexation, a state of worry or frustration. Fright, bad news, insect bite or sting, and suppression of eruptions or imperfectly developed eruptions. And is found in Cuprum metallicum, Cincum metallicum, Bryonia, etc. Characteristic symptoms: edema, back-like puffy swelling under the eyelids. And over the eyelid, we can find it in calicar, and around the eyes found in phosphorus, arsenicum, and rustos. The next characteristic symptom is burning, stinging, sore pain which suddenly migrates from one place to another. It is erratic in nature. Amelioration from cold application. In arsenic, there is also burning pain which is ameliorated by warmth. And erratic pain we can find in pulsatilla, calmia, polophyllum, calibi, calisalt, and lacanine. Next point is dropsy without thirst, and thirst only during the stage of intermittent fever, chill stage of intermittent fever, especially at 3 p.m. Then the other important remedies we found dropsy are arsenicum album, where burning acid hot coals are placed on the affected part, and all complaints better by warmth. And the arsenicum album is chilly patient, very sensitive to cold, and here thirst for small quantities at frequent interval. And there is extreme prostration and all complaints aggravation during midday and midnight, and there can be anxiety, fear, and restlessness. Next medicine is apocynon. Here dropsy with thirst, water disagrees or it is omitted out immediately after drinking. Then excretions are very scanty, especially urine and sweat. Most cases with uncomplicated organic diseases. Then acetic acid, here intense burning, insatiable thirst for large quantities of cold water in dropsy. No thirst in fever. Discharges are profuse, saliva, sweat, stool, etc. are profuse. In apocynon, discharges very scanty, here profuse discharges. And arsenic album can sleep better on back, acetic acid sleep better lying on belly. Digitalis in right disease with suppression of urine. Then there can be edema on internal and external parts with fainting. And there is no organic affections of the heart. Heliborus, dropsy of brain, chest, abdomen with fever, debility, and there can be suppression of urine. And suppression of eruption lead to hydrocephalus, meningitis, etc. And there can be edema, post-scarlatinal or tubercular. And this dropsy develops very rapidly. There can be automatic motion of one arm and leg, boring your head into pillow and rolling your head from side to side. There can be meeting head with hands, then constantly pricking the lips and nose, and pricking the clothes and boring the nose with their fingers. And they greedily swallow water and bite spoon, and patient remains unconscious, and there can be stupid answers and answer slowly when they are questioned. And suppressed urine along with brain troubles found in Heliborus niger. In Apis, extreme sensitiveness to touch and pressure, and Apis is a right side remedy, and right lung, right ovary, testicles, etc. are affected. And sometimes it begins on right side and travel to the left. And there's a constrictive feeling in the affected organ, and complaints comes violently and rapidly. The person is very hot. Mental symptoms of Apis. Apis are irritable and nervous. They are restless, but it merely fidgetiness. And fidgetiness mainly found in Bryonia, phosphorus, etc., Cincum metallicum. Then there is a general nervous feeling and weeping disposition, and they cannot help crying, and like pulsatilla. And there is a fear of death, apathy, jealousy, awkwardness. Then there can be impaired memory, absent-mindedness also. And there is slow march of ideas when we question them. And the person is suspicious, they are very busy and restless. and they change their occupation frequently. Then they cannot concentrate the mind on certain things. Then apathy is almost similar to lilium tick and sepia. Apis is absolutely indifferent to what is happening around, and this may be the forerunner of unconsciousness and soporous conditions. And jealousy we can found in Apis as marked as lachesis. Then this jealousy lead to suspiciousness of everyone, and they think that the others will give poison to the. Apis is very useful in fevers, brain affections, nephritis, gastric complaints from suppression of eruptions, meningitis, hydrocephalus, etc. And there is a dull heavy pain in occiput, which is extend to back. The patient bore the head into the pillow and screams out suddenly. And there is a sudden shrill piercing scream in children while waking or sleeping. It is called cry encephalitis. Because of brain trouble, this cry comes. It is called brain cry. And there is condition of brain and moaning and whining in children. It's a very good remedy for urinary complaints. There is incontinence of urine and scalding severely while passing urine. Then the urine is very scanty, bloody and albuminous, and there is a burning, stinging pain, strangury. Then right kidney is mainly affected. It is a remedy for nephritis and cystitis, urethritis, etc. Diarrhea in eruptive diseases, especially eruption, is suppressed. And there's involuntary motion from every moment as though the anus is wide open. Then complaints aggravate after sleeping, and the person is very hot, and externally and internally hot is patient cannot tolerate heat. And aggravation from getting wet, better in open air, cold water and cold bathing. And when sitting erect, there is amelioration, pain ameliorated by coughing, walking or changing position. And the complementary remedy is natramure. Pastors is the inimical of Apis. These are the main symptoms of Apis. Thank you.